Hey, yeah.
Hi Dope fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a story time that I only tell certain people because it's embarrassing and I wish I can go back and like slap myself in the face and like, oh my god, I was just so dumb. Well, this story talking about a time where like I got bullied, I guess you could say, and a time where I was very stupid in elementary and in middle school. If you would like to continue watching, just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so let's get this started. So when I was in, let's start with 6th grade. 6th grade was the worst year of my life. I honestly don't know how I didn't commit suicide. Like, it was that bad. And I never told anybody because back then I was like the only daughter pretty much, because my brothers were young and like everybody thought I was just okay. Damn, I run out of breath when I talk to you guys. But so this was me. I mean, I'm not even that cute. Imagine me back then when like I had like Frida eyebrows, a mustache, like ugly as hell, some like circle glasses, like just not attractive at all, you know, just a typical Mexican daughter, I guess, with like traditional, you know, culture or whatever. So in 6th grade, you know, I was already crushing, and I think in 6th grade I had my first boyfriend that like I was really like digging or whatever, but it was only for a little bit, and I think he only dated me because just to be nice to me. Anyway, let's get back on track. So in 6th grade, I was trying to fit in, you know, with everybody else. How I said I was like the ugly one, like the ugly duckling. So I was trying to fit in with everybody and, you know, be cool, I guess. And so back then MySpace was like the shit, you know. Everybody had MySpace. If your profile was popping, you were popping. And so there was this kid, until this day my stomach like hurts when I see him or when I hear about him. It was this white boy who was like cool in the school, and he had his little group of friends who I wanted to be part of, and I thought like if you're friends with him, you would just be seen as cool. Like I just wanted to fit in. And so I remember one time I was at home, you know, on my MySpace, and like I was trying to talk to him. And so what I said, I was like, hey, your profile, something around these lines. I was like, hey, your profile is really sick. Like, is there any way you can tell me how I can do that to mine? And so he was like, yeah, he's like, just give me your password and your username and I'll fix it for you, and then I'll give you back your account. And so guess what I did? Guess what homegirl did? And I didn't think any of it. And so I was like, yes, like, you know, I'm getting to talk to him. Like, sure, I'm going to do it. And so I fucking gave him my password and my username. So I give it to him, and I'm over here waiting to see. He was like, he specifically told me, he's like, okay, give me your password and your username and then log out, you know? And I was like, okay. So that's what I did. And so then 10 minutes go by, and I'm trying to log into my MySpace, and it wasn't working. And I was like starting to freak out, you know, when like you feel like somebody hacked you, your heart starts pounding, you're just like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, he fucked with me. Like, he was lying. Like, he was just trying to fuck with me. And so then the next day in school, my mom drops me off, and I have like this like pain in my stomach. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to be here. And then ever since that day, he started threatening me. Like, he was like, if you don't bring me gum, I'm gonna put on your MySpace that you are like lesbian, and like that you're like, you know, I have nothing against people who are lesbian or transgender or whatever. No, all love. But like back then, when you're younger, like, and if you're not that, you don't want to be called that. And so he would threaten me that if I wouldn't give him what he wanted, he would send messages to people like being mean. He would like put, like, I don't know, like post up random ass messages and like posts. And back then, like, MySpace was everything. Like, everybody on there you knew, and based on your MySpace is how you were known as. And so like back then at Gorman's, they used to sell these packets of Hubba Bubba. I don't know if you guys know, but like back then, yeah, they used to sell these packets of Hubba Bubba gum with like packets inside. And I would tell my mom that I really wanted gum, and so like every week she would go and take me, and I would give a pack of these gums to this dude every single day for him to not sit, like, fucking do things with my MySpace. Like, how mean was I? And I remember, like, I hated school. Every night I would go to sleep crying because I'm this little innocent girl who the last thing I want is to put anything wrong with me when I didn't do anything. And so it's just so, like, I just can't. I wish I could go back in time and like be a boss ass bitch and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But back then I was just so naive and stupid. I just wanted to fit in. Also, what happened in 6th grade was, so in 6th grade we all wanted to wear eyeliner, but my parents would kick my butt if I wore eyeliner. Like, you did not wear eyeliner in 6th grade until you like have your quinceañera and stuff. And so then, but all these girls were wearing eyeliner, and so I was like, yo, what about me? And so then I started to do it sneakily. Like, I would put on eyeliner during the day, and like before, like a few minutes before the bell rang, I would go in the restroom and wash off my eyes. And so this one time, it was like a thing. Like, all the girls would always go to the restroom to check yourself out in the mirror, and then you would flush the toilet just so the teacher would think that you really went to the restroom, because I was in a portable. So this was just a normal thing for girls to do, I guess. Or was it just me? I don't know, but I would go in the mirror and like look at myself, you know, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm popping, flush that toilet and go back to the room. But this time I went to the restroom. I think the teacher, Mr. Jensen, was like lecturing, and mind you that all the people that I had in my 6th grade class, I still know, like I went to high school with them. I'm sure some of you will watch this video, but so then he was lecturing, and then I go to the restroom and I fucking check on my eyeliner, it's popping. I flush the toilet and go out and mind my own business, sit down. And then one of my friends back then gets up to like to sharpen her pencil, like in that little like thing that you went like that, and then she steps on a puddle of water, and so then she's like, what the hell? And so then the whole class notices that the toilet overflew or whatever. Like, somebody clogged the toilet, and so the water was coming out of the toilet, and guess who got blamed for that? The ugly duckling, like me, again. So then now I got bullied because I clogged the toilet when I really didn't. I just went in there to fucking check my eyeliner, but I flushed it so I wouldn't get in trouble. And so then, I was like, why do these things happen to me? Why? And so then we went to lunch, and everybody was like making fun of me. Everybody like deep, like making fun of me, and I hated school. Like, I was this ugly little girl who they made fun of all the time, and I don't know how I did not commit suicide. Like, I know this might sound stupid, but I swear, like, I was depressed. Like, I hated like going to school. I now when I look at these people that I went to 6th grade with, I kind of get like a cringe, because I'm just like, oh my god. And the weird thing is, like, nobody knew. Like, I told my mom recently about these stories, and she's like, why didn't you ever tell me? She's like, I thought you were fine, you know. And I don't know, I just back then I didn't think to tell my parents. I thought I would get in trouble, or that my parents would think that I was stupid. And so if any of you who are watching this and are younger, however old you are, and somebody's being mean to you, can you please tell somebody? Don't let yourself. If I could put myself back in those shoes, I would slap the hell out of myself and be like, homegirl, you need to get your shit together. You do not let nobody talk to you like that, regardless of what the situation is. Like, now, hell no, ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. But back then, like, I was just so insecure and just a little young, ugly little girl. And so it was just bad. And so then I finally finished 6th grade. And so here I am into 7th grade. I went to this gangster ass school, like gangster, like gangs everywhere. And you know, my parents were always very disciplined me. They disciplined me super good. And so I was always the type who would hang out with that bad crowd, but I wouldn't do anything bad that the crowd would do, if that makes any sense. So this was 7th grade. I still was kind of weird looking. Like, I had like rarely any friends because I was ugly. Like, you know, nobody wants to fuck with the ugly girl. And so I had a few friends, and then like in that school at Norris, there was like this really cool crowd, okay? And which later on I became really good friends with, and now I have like super good memories with. But so there was this girl who I admired. I don't know why I admired her. Like, she does not have her shit together. But I admired the hell out of her, and I wanted to be like her, and I wanted to be her friend. And I thought that once I knew her, I was going to be able to get into the other crowd, into the cool crowd. And so then this was the end of 7th grade or the beginning of 8th grade. I forgot. But anyway, the whole point is that we were in the lunchroom, and it was cold as hell. And like, we were all in the line waiting to punch in our numbers to get our food. And we were all like really cold. I had like a sweater on, and the girl that I really admired, who was like gangster as hell, had like 10 boyfriends, and like was like just who like did all those cool things that you wish you could have. Like, she hanged out with her friends, she went out to drink, she like fucked, I don't know, like, you know, just like the cool girl when you're stupid and you think they're cool. Well, she's in front of me, and I think she knew that I wanted to kiss her ass, because she straight up told me, she's like, if you want to be like cool, like if you want to be part of our group, you have to let me borrow your sweater. You have to let me borrow your sweater because I'm cold, or something around that. And guess what I did? To fit in and to please her, I gave her my sweater. And I was like, yeah, here. I gave her my sweater. And she wore the sweater for the rest of the lunch. Guess who was cold? And guess who did not eat her food? Me. Because I was so embarrassed, first of all, that I can't believe I did that. And I just wanted to be cool. Like, I had mixed emotions. I was just like, oh my God. Like, I talked to her. I gave her my sweater. She's wearing my sweater. I thought people were going to be like, whose sweater is that? And she's going to be like, Jimena. And then, like, I was just going to get known and be cool like that. And, like, I was so stupid. So stupid. Wow. I can't think of any more ones, but there were so many times where I was taken advantage of in middle school and not in high school, in middle school and in elementary school, because how I said, I was just ugly duckling. Like, nobody wanted to be friends with me, and whoever did, it was just fucking around with me just so I could be happy. And it's just so bad. In high school, hell no, I was a totally different girl. In 8th grade, like at the beginning of 8th grade, I was still kind of this girl who wanted to be like everybody else, but then I kind of got my own character, and like I finally found myself. I plugged out these ugly ass eyebrows that I used to have, waxed my mustache, you know, I got my shit together, like in 8th grade, and that's when I started dating, and that's where I met Gerardo, my husband. And so, like, ever since I met him, like, things were Gucci, and I was like cool on my own. But it's like now they want to be my friends, like, you know, like, it's just crazy how things flip when the people that I used to admire so much are now like in jail, or like just don't have their shit together, have addiction to things, you know, they have like 10 baby daddies. It's just like it's just crazy how the world flips, and like the people who you think were the people who are going to be successful back then, just because you know, like, just when you're younger, like, you think the person who does drugs and like goes out and like, you know, it's just sexually active and stuff is like the cool person. But like once you're older and you have your shit together, you realize how weird you idol people. Like, I was just like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why did I think that? But yeah, that was my story when I was younger. I was so dumb and so like But anyway, Dope Fam, I wanted to tell you guys that I'm so appreciative of every single one of you guys. Like, we're getting so big. And let me tell you guys, Google sent me a freaking mail. Like, Dope Fam, you guys got mail from Google. I was just like, no. I was freaking out. I had just woken up, freaking out. I was like, no way. And like, things are going good, man. Things are going good. Just always believe in yourself and do what your heart says, like, no matter what people think. And so shout out to all your subscribers who subscribe to me. You know, like, y'all don't have to really subscribe to me, but you guys do, and you guys choose to, and I appreciate that. And keep giving me the thumbs up, subscribe, tell people, share with your grandma, tu abuelita, el tío, los que sea, tus parientes, whatever. You know, give your homegirl a shout out, you know. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is dopewife. I'll have that over here somewhere. And my Snapchat will be over here. And my Facebook, I'll keep that to myself. And yeah, thank you for watching.